Okay, picture this. You're new to Warhammer. You've read some lore. You've picked your army. You've committed emotional crimes against your first paint job. And then you realise you're treading water because it feels harder than you thought it was going to be. That's not rude. I promise that's not rude. These are the things in this video that I find difficult to come to terms with as a new player, as a bad painter, and as someone that's just overly familiar with the lore. So number one, I come from a D&D background where the damage is simple. You get hit, you subtract, and you cry. If you start with 10 hit points and you take 3 damage, then boom, you've got 7 left. It's clean, it's satisfying, it's maths that even a bard can understand. But in the Warhammer games that I have played, it's the opposite. You track the damage taken. So for example, if a model starts with 10 wounds and takes 3 damage, then you would write down damage taken 3. Well, not write down, but mentally remember, or track, whatever. Basically, you count up instead of down, which you'd feel like Rachel Riley if your brain hadn't been D&D trained for the past 10 plus years, and my brain just short circuits every time. Does this happen to you? I don't know. Number two, now this is more of a lore perspective, but when people get their information on the game, on the setting, on the characters, just solely from memes and nothing else, my lore brain, it goes, no, why? Just why? The lore in Warhammer, it is so good. It makes Star Wars seem boring. Yes, I said it. No, I do not take it back. Look, just don't leave it out entirely, or do. I mean, this is your hobby. Please do it your way. Have fun doing so, but just know I'm going to be internally crying. Number three, building. Okay, I have grey carpets in this room. Yes, I am that generic, but I have grey carpets. I also build grey plastic models. Do you see the problem? Look, I now only build outside, even if it's raining. I will sit there in the rain because my paving stones outside are lovely garden centre sandstone special, and when they've been jet washed, I mean, they could feature on Garden Watch or whatever gardening programs are called. I digress. It just means that when I inevitably drop a tiny piece of grey plastic on the floor, I can see it. And when that happens in this room, I'm basically just wandering around like the three blind mice from Shrek. Is that you, Gordo? How did you know?
Is that you, Gordo? How did you know?
Do you know what it isn't? It isn't the tiny piece of plastic I dropped. Number four, as a new player, the access to the rules, it seems daunting. There's a number of reasons I feel this way, so please help me out within the comments if you've got some advice that could help me. I got my army, I started to paint, I got into the swing of it, I organised a game with a friend, and then I was sat there because as I opened the rule book, I suddenly felt like I needed a PhD in like grim dark bureaucracy to understand what I was doing. You'd think all the rules would be in one neat little rule book ready to go. No. Welcome to like rulebook Voltron. You need the core rulebook, your army codex, probably a bunch of FAQs, the app if it's working, Psychic Awakenings from like 3 years ago, and a little bit of Dutch courage. There's a lot of special rules to get your head around, let alone remember that they even exist. And at first you're like, move, shoot, roll some dice. Got it. Then your stratagems show up, and then relics, and then warlord traits and psychic powers, and now you're basically trying to play like 4D chess while your opponent drops surprise rules like a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card. And then just when you finally learn the rules, Games Workshop drops in and rewrites stuff. It's like memorizing Star Wars canon, and then Disney rocks up and says, that's Legends now. And it's intense. Warhammer rules, they feel pretty daunting as someone that's new because they're just spread out, they're complex, they're constantly changing, and it feels like more special rules than like a Hogwarts exam. But if you stick with it, bring snacks, hopefully a friend, maybe a meme or two, it gets better. But if nothing else, at least your minis look semi-presentable while you look confused. That's my hope anyway. Look, number 5 is my last one. I found that particularly as I'm researching models and looking at some cool ones I'd like to get as I start to get a little bit more confident with this painting journey, exclusive limited model releases. Look, it's totally fair that Games Workshop, they can't keep every model in stock 24/7. It's not like they've got like Santa's workshop hidden in Nottingham. We all get it. Sometimes you miss a release. That's just how the dice roll, no pun intended. Intended. It was intended, but I'm acting like it wasn't. But when a model is gone forever because they just didn't make enough, or because they never even bothered to release it where you live, that sucks. Then there's scalpers, right? These are new to me, irritating to me. Like hobgoblins who like swoop in like Gollum on 10 monsters deep and like cans of monsters, and they just buy up all the good stuff in bulk and then they put it on eBay for like extortionate prices. And I'm like, what? It's like being back in school and trying to collect Pokemon cards in the 90s, only instead of kids like ruthlessly trading in the playground, it's adults just rage refreshing web pages and fighting bots just to get what you want. It's okay to miss a model now and then, but missing out forever or like getting gate kept by scalpers, it kind of makes this hobby feel more like the Hunger Games than a relaxing afternoon of painting little guys with chainsaws and really, really, really small, irritating faces. Despite all of this though, the rulebook labyrinth, the grey on grey crimes against humanity, Rachel Riley brain-breaking math, I do genuinely love it. It's weird, it's complex, it's full of incredibly passionate people, some unhinged meme lords, but we let that pass. It's epic, it's creative, it has a wonderful community. Well, we do here anyway. I can't speak for other corners of the internet, just our cool, nerdy one, but if you are new too, welcome, bring those snacks, ask the questions. The comment section on my video always slaps because everyone is just so helpful. It's actually really cool to be here and hang out. I promise. And if you haven't considered subscribing yet, then you must be a Harry Potter fan. I digress. If you're still here, thank you as always for being here. And I'm only going to implore you one time to do all these things you need to do to please support my tiny channel. And I hope to see you in the next video.